little nervous, actually. It's weird. This is an intimidating setup, but thank you for having me. Yes, my name is Ben Perrin, and I'm going to be talking about using Bitcoin in a high-fee environment. Of course, this was very, very relevant just prior to this, and right now, currently not, but it will be again. So let's just understand a little bit about the problem. Number one, on the base layer of Bitcoin, there's a limited amount of transactions that can be throughput. And when we reach that upper limit, when a lot of people are using Bitcoin, fees go up. And it's been unpredictable this year, to say the least. And so at times it can be relatively affordable, and that is all relative. And then there's times where it can just be just completely uneconomical to be sending on-chain Bitcoin. So we're going to go through a couple things. A few of these are preventative measures that you can take, and a few of these are options that you can use when you haven't planned in advance and you're stuck with high fees. This presentation is just a quick look at a number of options and things that you can do. I encourage you to take action early, but if you get stuck, there will be resources for you here as well. And keep your cameras handy, because at the end there'll be a QR code you can scan that will lead you to in-depth tutorials on literally everything I talk about right now. So let's first talk about something called UTXO management and UTXO consolidation. It's important to know that when you have a Bitcoin wallet, a regular on-chain Bitcoin wallet, it's not like an account with a singular balance. It's more like cash. So you can imagine a physical wallet where every time somebody hands you cash, you have a bill that goes into the wallet. And later on, you can open your physical wallet and see the different bills. 20 euros, 10 euros, 5 euros. You can see those separate denominations. Now imagine if every time you went to make a transaction, each bill that you used in that transaction incurred a small fee. If you were to go and spend a 100 euro bill, that would be relatively efficient. If you were to go and spend a bunch of 1 euro coins, that would be an expensive proposition, and Bitcoin works the same. If you have a lot of UTXOs or chunks of Bitcoin in your wallet, it gets more expensive. However, you can consolidate UTXOs. You can picture having a bunch of gold coins and melting them down into a single gold bar, and it's as simple as sending your Bitcoin balance to yourself, getting one of your own addresses and sending them to yourself. Now, there's a trade-off here in doing it. Much like if you walk into a merchant with a bill, if you want to make a purchase, say you're at a corner store, you buy a candy bar with a 20 euro bill, not a big deal. The merchant sees your change. However, if you have a full Bitcoin and you go and do something like buy a t-shirt online, that merchant will see the change coming back to you, and now they have your address. That can be a problem, and somebody may decide to buy a plane ticket along with shipping you your t-shirt to come find you. So it's important to recognize the trade-offs, but you can consolidate UTXOs to save on fees later. Okay, this is also a little bit preventative, but you can utilize Lightning wallets like Phoenix and Zeus. Sorry if you're from the US, Phoenix is no longer there. But you can, if you're on an Android phone, you can always go to the website and download and install the APK file. So you still do have access. But these are full custody Lightning wallets. You run a node on your phone in the background. It's all automated for you. You can send transactions direct to these wallets and have Lightning wallets accessible to you. However, you are going to incur an initial on-chain fee when funding the wallet. If you're going to be receiving a lot of transactions as well, you can also buy a large Lightning channel, which is where an entity will lock up Bitcoin with you to create a line of liquidity so that you can just send and receive transactions pretty seamlessly without additional fees. But again, this is a preventative measure. This would be something that would be good to do now as opposed to later when fees spike and you're in a rush. So what happens if you haven't consolidated UTXOs If you don't have an existing Lightning wallet like this that already has a Lightning channel, what are your options? Okay, one such option, Aqua wallet. This is a wallet that in the back end is utilizing both is capable of sending and receiving both Lightning transactions and liquid transactions, which is a side chain of Bitcoin. I'm going through some technical terms here. If it sounds like Greek, don't worry, check out the videos at the end. But it allows you to onboard with no on-chain fees, no dealing with Lightning channels, nothing. You just download the wallet. You can start receiving Lightning transactions and liquid transactions right away, which are very, very cheap and quicker than regular Bitcoin transactions. You can also swap into on-chain full self-custody at any time that you like. Okay, so if you build a balance, you can swap and then put it into your hardware wallet for long-term savings. Now, the trade-offs here, there is trust involved. Everything in the back end on this wallet is stored in the Liquid network. You are trusting a federation of entities around the globe that have a pool of funds in a multi-sig wallet. 11 of the 15 would have to collude to rug pull you. So while it's unlikely, it's not impossible. So you want to treat this as more of a day-to-day spending wallet, not I'm going to put my net worth in it. All right. Also, there's a few features that they can bake in that will be baked in the future. I won't go too in depth here. Let's keep going. Mutiny. I have done a workshop on this the past 2 days. I quite like this wallet. I think the way that they're going about this is fantastic. Why? No on-chain fees to start. You can start receiving Lightning transactions right away. It uses something called Fedimint in the background. You can get your own Lightning address, which is an email address that can receive money, basically. It gives you a path within the app to swap to full self-custody when you are ready. So when you build a balance, it's a single tap in the wallet to create your own Lightning channel and take full self-custody when it makes economic sense. It has integration with Nostr, censorship-resistant social media. The trade-off, of course, there's trust involved when you're using Fedimint, but as soon as you're in full self-custody, you're good to go. Couple other quick things. Fedi, of course, Obi doing the Lord's work, building this out and having it come to fruition through the HRF and his interactions here. No on-chain fees to start, excellent privacy, offline payments, integrative native apps like Bitrefill. Of course, there's trust involved, and there's some nuance in how to choose a mint. And then finally, Cashew wallets, which again, no on-chain fees, great privacy, interoperable with any Lightning wallets, as are all of the previous options. Nostr integration for some of these. There is trust involved, and again, choosing a mint can be interesting. Please do scan this QR code. There is a full list of tutorials on literally everything that we've covered here, and you can go into whatever suits you best. Thank you all so much. I'm over my time.